What's up, guys? Been a hot minute since I've done the YouTube thing. Here's the most recent purchase. 5,500 bucks, full drive, 5-speed Cummins. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show it off. So here's the truck. It did have a grill and inserts and whatnot in it, but you can see it needs some love. We've got some pretty bad dents on it. I'm no professional when it comes to fixing these, but I know everything can be fixed pretty easily, in exclusion of the crease in the cab right here. But aside from that, truck's in pretty good shape. There's no rust on the body itself. There is some frame rust, but all of it is pretty much surface rust. It's gonna need a little bit of love and attention, but for 5,500 bucks, you can't really beat it. As you can see, it's all just surface rust on the frame. This truck has basically been unloved, but has also been taken care of, I guess. Not in the ways of like, oh, it gets a wash all the time or anything, but it's never been abused or beat on that I can tell. I bought the truck a couple days ago. Figured I'd do a little YouTube series on it. There's the grill and the inserts here. Fixing to do a little bit of washing on it. Here's the interior. It's not perfect, but it is pretty close. The seat's got a tear in it on the driver's side, but aside from that, I believe all the plastics are there. There might be one or two small pieces missing, but the column there and under it, I have both of those pieces. They're down here. A couple of the grill pieces were busted, and I went digging through my extra stuff I had, and I've actually got a lot of the pieces that I was missing, or not missing, but that were busted. It's got some missing trim pieces on it on the exterior. Honestly, I would just like to do away with them. I've always preferred the clean fender look. Here's another little dent. The paint's not perfect, obviously. Looks like somebody's taken a pressure washer to it here. I've learned my lesson on my first one not to do that. Here's the hood cable. I have a new one on order. Cummins, of course. Bone stock, basically, non-intercooled. Again, it's a 91. I know they intercooled them at 91.5, but this one's not intercooled. And it basically looks completely stock. Another issue it has is down here, the fuel filter is behind this bracket piece right here. And there is a small preheater that fits right above it, and it is leaking. I believe they're plastic or aluminum, and they're prone to cracking. So that is about the only other issue that is still current with the truck. The other one that I had when I went and looked at it, I went and looked at this truck about 7:30 in the evening, and of course it was getting close to dark, and I don't know when the last time it had seen power steering fluid. It's a wonder they hadn't burnt the pump up. I was looking at it and it was bone dry. Had not seen any in I don't know how long. So it was a hassle to keep on the road during the test drive, and of course it was nearly dark. We all know the factory headlights are not very good, so I had to strong arm it to keep it on the road. It was fun. I kind of took a gamble on it because I really couldn't watch the exhaust smoke to see if it was, clear and or just black. I think it had a little bit of white smoke to it, and it still might, but it clears up from the best I can tell. But you can see the odometer does not work, but she stopped at almost 70,000 miles. I'm led to believe that this truck definitely has more than that, but I truly don't think it has very many more. I would not be surprised if it had less than maybe 150,000 on it. Now, obviously, it's not the prettiest. I'm hoping that I can get this fixed, either learn to do it or have somebody do it. But I think I'm going to call this little build or restoration, if you dare say. I think I'm going to try and keep it really simple on this truck. I think I may either just clean it up the way it sits, you know, throw some new tires on it, repaint a few things, new bumper, new grill. I've already got that stuff on order. And I may just do a simple restoration on it, put some clean the frame up and put some paint on it, and then resell it. Or I might keep it and kind of make it a service truck for my excavation company. Throw a fuel tank and toolbox on the back. It has a gooseneck plate, but there's no ball in it, so I'll probably throw a gooseneck ball in it. Throw me a good size hitch on the back of it to pull my pedal hitch trailers if I need to. Not that I really want to put a lot of weight behind this truck, just because, you know, they're not really that stout from the factory. But that's kind of the plan. This is definitely its good side. It's got scratches and whatnot, and it's an old farm truck. I believe that's all it ever was. And I think the last thing I'm going to show off on here is, to my knowledge, this truck was bought new in Lebanon, Tennessee. And then those people bought it from the original owner. They're the second owners. And they were over in McMinnville. I went and picked it up, brought it back to Lebanon. So she gets to come back home, at least for right now. And I'll decide if I'm going to end up keeping it or putting it back on Marketplace. I think a lot of it will just kind of depend on what it brings, if I decide to do that. But next thing I'm about to do is I'm about to clean up this engine bay. Just a good wash, some basic stuff. Try to knock most of the oil off of everything. And that's pretty much all for this video. Just kind of talking about the truck. A lot's happened since the last time I've been on YouTube posting a video. Now married, living in my own house. Got another junky Dodge truck. And it starts like the first gens do. Without a problem. Runs, drives, shifts, four-wheel drive works. Just a good old truck. I'll do a walk around video of it while it's running. Exhaust stands right there. We'll probably extend that on back here in a little bit, or I may just throw an elbow on it and dump it out the side for the time being. But just a clean old truck. Not much more to say about it. Probably going to give the bed a fresh coat of paint. I would love to give the cab a fresh coat at some point, but that's not guaranteed. We'll see what happens. Till next time, God bless.